So 2 Liverpool players get called up to the England squad. Man like Andy Robertson signs a new contract. Manchester City finally make a choice on Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid are going to bid for Mbappe a second time. And did Liverpool get the group of death? All this and more on today's Redmond Roundup. Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup. People, if you enjoy, then smash a like, it means more, actually a lot more than what you think. It helps out the video a lot, so do that, but only if you enjoy. And subscribe to join the Redmond's army. But we have got too much to get into today for me to be sitting here and my ass to be rambling. So let's get into today's Redmond Roundup. So I want to start off with the Champions League draw and who Liverpool actually got in their group stage. Now, we also know there was other exciting groups like Manchester City and PSG who drew each other in their group. Manchester United got a fairly easy one, however, will be playing the team that gave them a spanking in the Europa League final, yeah? So that's also going to be very, very intriguing to see. When you talk about the group of death, and I think when you look at our group stage, that is most certainly what we've got. AC Milan, FC Porto, for fuck's sake, I hate Porto as well, and Atletico Madrid. There is history to all these games. But the reason why I label this the group of death is because the depth of the group, every game is difficult. Every game, the teams will be most certainly wanting to take points. And the worst thing about it, it's either us or Atletico Madrid who are the favourites, but I think that doesn't help. I feel like it's always better when you have a PSG and then you have a Porto and then maybe a team where you should get your guaranteed 3 points. However, I do still believe we can go through. I still think it's a winnable group. But if we don't get top 2, that's very, very disappointing for me. Just because we have got a better team than the others. We should beat Porto. We should beat all of them realistically. At AC Milan, notoriously are a Champions League club, but not recently have they been a Champions League club. They've lost a few key players like Donnarumma, Çalhanoğlu. They've still got threats, do not get me wrong, like Kessie and Ibrahimovic, but that should be 3 points. Porto should be 3 points, and then Atletico Madrid can go either one or two ways. Luis Suarez will return. I'm excited though. I love Champions League football. It's what I live for. So let me know how you think we're going to get on in this group in the comments down below. Anyway, England call-up. So what Liverpool players made the England squad? The England squad will be on the screen right now, but the 2 main players from our team that made it was Jordan Hendo Nino and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And even though they could get injured and that's not ideal, I know it means a lot to them and it boosts their morale, and I actually want them to be happy. I'm happy for Trent because he missed out on the Euros. I'm happy for Henderson because he's a leader in that team. He should always be in that squad. And also shout out to Cade Gordon and Oakley Cannoneer for making it to the England under-18 squad as well. And for those who don't know Oakley Cannoneer, he was the one who scored, or should I say assisted, Trent Alexander-Arnold for the corner, and then he whipped it into Origi. Just a little fun fact. Andy Robertson signs a new contract for Liverpool FC. This is huge news that I'm not really going to touch on for a long period of time. He signs it until 2025, and that is nothing but good news to me. He's a legend of the club already. He deserves to stay at the club for longer, and he doesn't really have any signs that he's going to be dying down soon. So I just believe this is good, and I wanted to report it to you. Anyway, Fabrizio Romano just confirms right now Manchester City have decided to leave negotiations for Cristiano Ronaldo. He will not be joining Manchester City. The club position has been so clear in the last minutes. Breaking news at its finest. But people, there's updates by the minute, and as I'm editing this Redmond Roundup, I just wanted to report to you that Romano has just confirmed that Manchester United are in touch with Cristiano Ronaldo over a new contract. Let me know what you think about this. The tweet's on the screen, and I'll talk about it more in another Redmond Roundup. I had to keep you posted. Mbappe might be going to Real Madrid if the second offer that Real Madrid will be putting on the table is good enough. The rumour fee is around 170 million. That is good money for someone who's on a year left of their deal, but PSG just may want significantly more. So PSG reportedly want to sign Richarlison from Everton. Now, this is interesting with what I've just talked about. Ronaldo, if he wants to leave Juventus and City aren't going to sign him, then where will he go? And why would you then go and buy Richarlison as well? Maybe as a backup? I really don't know. Maybe with the fact them players might not always be available. People, you've got to let me know in the comments down below. Everton will get good money for Richarlison. I don't think they should sell him because he's one of their best players and also one of their most informed players. But I do think it'd be an alright signer for PSG. Neymar's been given it all this, saying Richarlison should join. I don't know. Interesting rumour. So according to Anfield's Watch, Liverpool haven't made an official inquiry for Brighton centre midfielder Yes Basuma. He isn't among the Reds' regard of a possibility at this time. So that's to shut down that rumour. A few things that have been popping up about Basuma could be joining Liverpool. We're not going to buy another player. I'm really confident on that. I don't think it's going to be a signing that's going to be over 15 million. We might sign a wonder kid, we might sign whoever, but we're not going to be buying a first team player. We're not even going to buy a Saul or a Sanchez or someone of that regard. I think that'll be for January and next summer as well. So don't get too excited, Liverpool fans, let's just say that. And then to end this Redmond roundup, let's get into the game week 3 Premier League predictions, a new segment on the show. I'm going to try and point this, so if I get the results exactly right, I'll get 3 points. If I get the team right, I'll get a point. And then obviously if I don't get it right, if I just get the result completely wrong, and that means I therefore do absolutes, then of course I'll get 0 points. So let's get into it. Manchester City and Arsenal, the first game to kick off the weekend. You've got to go with Manchester City. I'm actually going to say 3-1 to Manchester City. And Arsenal done well the other day, beating West Brom, beating 6-0, doing what they should do. Aubameyang scored. But Aubameyang even scored like a hat-trick against Leeds last season, and then people were saying he's back. I think Aubameyang's done myself. My favourite player, Sadio Mane, has been through a similar thing, but it just looks different with Aubameyang, in my opinion, and he just doesn't look up for it, and that club as a whole is just a mess at the moment. Newcastle and Southampton, I'm going to edge maybe Southampton there. They got a decent little draw against Manchester United. Right now, they're not really everyone's favourites, and that's why I'm going to go for them. I feel like they're the underdogs going into this game, so I'm going to say 1-0. Everton and Brighton, I think Everton, even though they're away from home and usually they do better at home, I'm going to edge Everton. I think they've had an okay start under Rafa, but Brighton have also got 6 points out of 6. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. It's going to be an entertaining one. West Ham and Crystal Palace, I'm going to edge West Ham there, and I'm going to give them a 3-0 win, done brilliantly well against Leicester City last week. Norwich City and Leicester City. Leicester have had a bit of a shaky start, if I'm not mistaken. So they've won one and they lost one. I think this is Leicester's game. I do see Norwich City going down again this season, so I'm going to say 1-0 Leicester. Aston Villa and Brentford, I'm going to edge Aston Villa. I'm going to say 2-0 to them. I'm going to say Liverpool-Chelsea. I'd done a preview yesterday, but I'm edging Liverpool to win that game 2-1. So let's hope that we do, because that will seriously make other teams worried. Burnley and Leeds. Burnley are always a difficult outing, but I think Leeds will have enough quality and intensity to shut them down. Tottenham and Watford. I'm going to edge Tottenham to get this one, a 1-0 win. And then Wolves and Manchester United. Manchester United to win that game. In fact, no, I'm going to take that back. They're going to draw that game, and it's going to be 1-1. And if that result happens, that will be glorious. Like Bobby Roode, I swear down, mate, I would love that to happen all the way to the bank. But anyway, people, that is my Premier League predictions. Again, I'll make sure that I get the points on the screen next week, and we'll see how I got on. Get your Premier League predictions in the comments down below. Also, if you got to the point in this video, then say, James has a nice middle finger. I never wrote this down. This was just on the spot, and that's why it's a little bit weird. But if you get it in the comments down below, I'll leave you a little heart. Anyway, thank you for everyone who watched. Again, smash a like. It means a lot more than you think. I love every single one of you to the bottom of my heart. If you're enjoying the Redmond Roundups, then subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace!